Hello. What is up, everybody? Let me just double check that things are working properly. Okay. Yeah, we're live. Alrighty. Yeah, how's it going, everybody? How's y'all's week? Mm. For me, yesterday I went to SetChamp, so we have like two game stores here in Thunder Bay for Lorcana. And so there's normally like two SetChamps, which once again is like a competition at the end of the the set, or like our season, basically, to like compete to for whoever's best. Last time in like the other store, we had only 4 people show up, but we still played it out, so everybody got like top pricing. And this one we had a lot of people show up. We had nine people playing, and yeah, I went to play. I did pretty decent, honestly. Like, I played some really hard decks. And I won. So like the first game I split 2-1. Then I lost the second one, also split 2-1. Then I believe I lost the third one 2-1, and then I won the last one 2-1. So I split all of my games, which got me 6th place. So I was pretty happy about that. I got so like everybody from like 7th to 9th, they got actually from 7th to 8th, they got a 9th. I don't think got anything special, but 8th got like a promo, like a promotional card. 7th got a promotional card. Like, say, all top 8 got promotional cards, and right now the promotional cards is like a Tinkerbell that is really nice, and it's up in value right now. Like, it's, I think, like $50 American. Um, and from top 6th up, you started getting packs. So I got 2 packs, and then some people like above me got 3 packs, and then the top one got I think it was, what was it? They got 5 packs, and they also got like a mat that says champion with the Tinkerbell for this set, which was really cool. Let me see if I can find. I think this is a Tinkerbell, right? Yeah. So let me go to TCG Player, see how much they're selling for right now. Market price is $52. Actually, no, market price is 40. It says that's the last how much it sold for. But now they're selling, the only listings available are for $52 and $80. So they're pretty expensive. Most recent sale once again is 43, 47. So yeah, I was pretty happy. I got 2 of those promos, so I got pretty much like 100 in value. It's pretty good. And so yeah, I did pretty decent with my deck. I'm looking forward to the next set that's coming out very soon. It's in like the beginning of May. When does it come out? Waltz unknown release date. May 15. But the pre-release events and pre-release box on May 8th. So that's pretty much almost like next week. Yeah, that's next week already, which is crazy. Like, it's not so far from now. I'm pretty excited about it. I think I'm gonna be buying some product. But yeah. So today we're gonna continue building the test for the load balancer. Last week we like advanced. I think I got like half of the test that I needed done, so I should be able to build the other half today if I'm productive. Actually, I'm gonna stream until I build all of the tests at least. I think it's reasonable. I just gotta like lock in, and I can copy a lot of what I did at the beginning. And yeah. So I'm gonna get right into it. But first, let's do the Lorcana card of the day. So this is the promo I was talking about. So it looks in the picture, it looks like similar for both of them, but one of them is like shiny, like it looks like foil. It doesn't look like this, but they added this effect onto it. And they're pretty nice. I got one right here. Actually, let me switch back to the big camera. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. You probably can't tell that it's shiny because it has the sleeve. Let me take it out carefully. Yeah, you see how it has that glow down here? It's a special. It's pretty nice. I like it. And I like that they're like doing like a new like design for it. I also have this Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a Magic the Gathering card, but it was really cool. And I got this power line from the Goofy movie. But yeah, okay, let's get into Lorcana card of the day for today. I'm gonna click here. Nick Wilde, set 6. Sly Fox, it's 3 cost, inkable. It has 1 strength, 3 willpower, and it shifts for 1. So shift, just as a reminder, is a mechanic where if you have another Nick Wilde, like let's you play a 1 cost Nick Wilde on turn 1, then on the next turn you can shift this on top of that, and what that means is you play it for cheaper. So instead of playing it for 3 as it usually costs, you play it for 1, but you play it on top of your other character. So you play it on top of your other Nick Wilde that you have played previously on turn 1. So in turn 1 you play Nick Wilde, in turn 2 you play this Nick Wilde on top of it for cheaper. And that is good for a number of reasons. Normally it has like really good effects, and you can play it like really in like earlier turns. It's also good for singing. So when you're singing, you use a character to pay for the cost of a song that's an action instead of paying it with your ink. And so these characters, even though you paid 1 to play it, it counts as a 3 cost for singing. So that's pretty good because you could start singing with 3 on turn 2. And what else? Normally I just have like good effects that you can shift on top of stuff. So the ability here is you can't touch me. While you have an item in play, this character can't be challenged. I think it's okay. You know, like if it depends on like the state of play. It quests for 1. It's a 1/3. You can get rid of. I feel like you can get rid of this through like actions, or yeah, mainly through like actions. If you have like a fire the cannons, a strength, maybe fire the cannons won't get rid of it in 1. But if you have a strength, you can just get rid of it, and it's not too much of a threat because it only quests for 1. But it's still pretty decent early if you're trying to like rush. If you're trying to do like a rush like lore strategy. Like an aggro. We call that aggro in Lorcana. It's an aggro strategy, which means like you're trying to rush to the most amount of lore. But yeah, that's the Lorcana card of the day. It's set 6 by artist Joao Moura. This reminds me of the actor from the one that does Pablo Escobar in Narcos. I think it's Wagner Moura. Yeah, I think this is a Brazilian last name, I believe. So Joao Moura. It's card 150 out of 204. It's in English, and it's from set 6. Alright. With that said, let's get into the load balancer. I'm just gonna open a couple of WSL windows here. Nope, not SSL. Let's open 3 of them. Why not? And then we do that, personal, go, load balancer. Actually, just yeah, sure, why not? I'm just gonna copy this. And perfect. Okay. Let me see where we left last. So if I do a little get status, okay, do a get log. So it says create unit test for algorithm and server package. Next, create unit test for Docker and load balancer packages. Perfect. I think I was also missing here. I didn't write it down, but I remember in the tests for this for the algorithms, I was missing doing like a what's it called? A concurrency test. So if we go, where did it open here? Huh, that's weird. Maybe I just like went up 1. So if we go here to algorithm test.go, we need to create like another test here. That's like test concurrency, and I'm just gonna copy that from our server test implementation. Oh, I wish I had saved the conversation from Gemini about the tests. Whatever. Okay, test concurrency. I'm just gonna copy that a little bit. And then we go back. Algorithm test and paste that here. Okay, I saw some of this functionality here. Maybe it's, yeah, I haven't imported sync. Now import sync, and I should be able to get the documentation here. Yeah. Adds delta, which might be negative, to the wait group task counter. If the counter becomes 0, Algo routines blocked on wait group.wait are released. If the counter goes negative, add panics. Okay, so it's just a counter here for the amount of concurrent stuff that you're doing. So you just tell it like you're doing all of this. Whenever they're done, they do defer wait group done, and then once they're all done, then this routine continues. For concurrency here, do we need to test all 4 algorithms? Maybe I'll get Gemini to help me write these. Okay, maybe let's try writing them myself. That might be good practice. How do we do this? So round robin, the issue you could get is like the counter, and you can have like sort of a race condition. I think we just, yeah, I think we just like use them as normal and try to get like the next. And then if there's a race condition, it should detect it. So we just do 1 for each of our algorithms. So that would be 4 algorithms. So we're gonna do here wait group at 4. And I like this way to declare like an anonymous function. Iterations. I don't know if we need this. Let's delete it for now. Let's delete this for now. Let's delete that. Oh, maybe we do need iterations. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna delete this. And then let's go down a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna do this 4 times. Actually, let me. Okay. And would it be more than 4 times? Because this is adding just iterations. We should have like 2 different routines, just maybe 2 or 3 different routines doing it at the same time. Okay, I'm just gonna copy a little bit of the functionality up here. What if they're all interacting with the same server list? Because maybe that'll help do the concurrency stuff. Okay. So we already tested the CPU usage. We just need to test the algorithms themselves. So we don't need to do the set CPU usage, like change them up. We just need to like check that it's not doing a race condition on the updates. Is there any updates from the algorithm itself? I'll check the code in a sec. Okay. Just gonna copy this. Maybe copy this. Okay. Let me see what the algorithms look like and what race conditions you could possibly have. So you have a mutex here for finding the next server, because you could have this curse server number be updated at the same time. Okay? For resource based, you don't have any sort of mutex because we don't need it for this, because every time you just calculate a new one, there's no like state here. Same with least connections, there's no mutex, so no worry there. And then for weighted round robin, we have the mutex again. So technically we only need to test it for weighted round robin and for round robin. Okay, let's open small Gemini window. Gemini, just to double check, but I think I am right. Okay. Here the question would be, let's just say, how could I test concurrency in my algorithm package? It's not a package, it's technically a module, but oh no, it's a package. While that waits, maybe this concurrency stuff should be tested inside the functions themselves, because I think that's what it's gonna come to conclusion to. There's no state in the other one, so there's no state that could be modified. So here is where we go test concurrency, and then we do w equals sync.weight group. Oh, you just created it in that way. Alrighty, so you do var wg, it's a sync weight group. Still thinking. Huh. Okay, and then here we're gonna add two routines. One routine is they're both gonna be getting the next server at the same time. So we're gonna say defer weight group done. This just decreases the counter. Caller should prefer weight group. Okay. Defer weight group done. And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna have like an iterations thing. It's very similar to what we did before. We just do 1,000 iterations, and then for that in range, how does this? I always forget how this works. Is that how that works? Ah, can you just do that? Yeah, just for range 1,000. what we're gonna do is just invocate the next. So RR equals new server list shrunk. Maybe I'll do a concurrency test further up so I don't have to like worry about the state of the stuff that I'm testing. All servers are healthy, so we're gonna do it below here. Test concurrency, we have 2 routines, 1,000, and then they're just gonna get new round robin. So we'll just reset the round robin. Okay. We have our server list, and we just do like this. So we just get that. And what's the problem here? Expression in Go must be function call. What do you mean expression in Go must be function call? What does that mean? How did you go func? Oh, you have to call it at the end. Okay. Because you declare the function and then you need to call it because it's a first class citizen. So we do that. Then we do another one right here where we do the exact same thing. And then at the end, we need to, so we do wakegrip.wait. Equal task counter is 0. Okay, perfect. And then after both of them are done, we should have, first there should be no errors. So I'm just gonna like assert here, no error. Actually, range iterations, let's say, right here. Require no error. So let's do, what did I just do? Require no error. And then we passed our testing variable and our error. And we also require no error here. Testing and our error. And then at the end, so we know we have no errors. We also should have assert equal. What is it? Expected and actual. So our expected is gonna be 2000 modulo the length of the server list, and our actual is going to be I. Our actual is going to be RR the current server. We're gonna see what's the current server. It should be 2000 modulo server list, right? Because it starts at 0 and it does it 2000 times. Okay, so this is our test for concurrency. Let me see what Gemini said. To test concurrency, you should focus on ensuring that your stateful algorithms, round robin and weighted round robin, are thread safe, and all algorithms handle concurrent access to a server without data races. You do the race flag, stress testing with Go routines, span multiple Go routines that do next simultaneously. You can verify that indices returned are always consistent within the valid range and that the external state remains consistent. So here we have the servers. Then we have the wait group. Oh, you can do this? Ah. Okay, let's let's do 10. Okay. Num routines, I'm gonna say it's gonna be equal to 10. So we don't have to do this twice. We just need to do for range num routines. Why is this music so sad? There you go. I thought this was the funky playlist. So for each of our num routine, we do n like num routines amount of routines. We spawn one of these. We wait at the end. Next server, assert no error, assert true. I don't think I need to assert the true, because if this is not true, then it would give you an error. Actually, let's do it. Why not? What is it? Assert no error, not require no error. We'll do assert true. T. And then we're gonna say I is bigger than or equal to 0, and I is less than len of server list. We spawn 10 routines for 1,000 iterations. So at the end, when we do the wait group.wait, we can assert equal. It should be 10 times, actually num routines times iterations mod length of server list. That should be our last index. Okay? And let's do this same thing for the other, for the weighted round robin. Except the actual index is not gonna be that. Okay, weighted round robin right here. Or healthy in length 1. Test concurrency. Right here we do new weighted round robin. We do the amount of routines, we assert this. At the end, the only thing that's going to be different is right here. Can we calculate this? Okay, so we know not really, because it's not constant. I'm just going to skip that check. I don't think we need it for this. Okay. They're stateless, however they call methods like server connections and get CPU usage, so server implementation using mutex and atomic. These are already thread safe. Your test concurrency and algorithm test code currently tries to use variables that are defined in the scope and contains empty loops. Yeah, I knew, because I hadn't written them yet. Okay. So those should be both of them written. Let's try it out. So go test package algorithm. That. Package algorithm is not an STD. Go test package algorithm. How do you test this before? Oh, right. Go test. Also, I think we want to do minus B, minus race, package, algorithm. That. We gotta fail. Negative weight group counter. Oh, I see. I know it. Right here. So, in our weight group, we add 2. It should be 10. It should be run number routines, basically. Okay. Try that again. Alrighty. Race detected during execution of test. So we got some data races. Why? Okay, let's first see that it's not because we wrote the test incorrectly, but is it just data races? Test weighted round robin, test least connection passed, test research base passed. So we had a fail here. And we had a fail. Okay. We had a fail here. Was there a data? We had a data race. Okay. Expected 1 equals 0. Okay, this might be because of the way I wrote it. It's only 1 away. Okay, let's see. Okay, algorithm test. And then let's see concurrency right here. So you have 10 go routines, we wait for them, we're just invoking the next from the round robin. You should be able to do this from different servers at the same time. But we got a race condition. Okay, let me go back. Let's just double check that I wrote it the same as they did here. So we have our servers. Defer done. We have our iterations. We do the next. We assert this. And okay, so that seems right, and I just copied and pasted this for the other thing. And okay, let's run the test again. I want to see the error. So it's package, not load balancer, algorithm. Raise detected. Test weighted round robin. So we got data races here, but at the end, oh, we don't check the state, so that doesn't fail. If we go here, we see expected 1, actual 0. I'll check something with that in a sec. Okay, so This is a round robin. Okay, so let's think about this with a small number. We have, let's say the number, it's run 5 times and we have 3. So on how does the actual thing work? So we return, so we increment the server and then we return it, right? Yeah, we increment it and then we return it. So the last one returned should be the number, okay. Okay, we do concurrency. So if we do it 5 times and we have 3 servers, it should go technically in, let's see. If you do modulo 3, right? You will go 0, 1, 2, 0, 1. It should be 1 if you do 5 iterations. In reality, you do, okay, so we have that expected 1, actual 0. In reality, you have the first one returns 0, then the second one returns 1, then the third one returns 2, then the fourth one returns 0, then the fifth one returns 1. So why is it returning 0 instead of 1? Like, I think the way I'm doing it right. So we do 1,000 iterations, what we call next, right? On the first iteration, it does 0. Then on the next iteration, it does 1. Then on the next iteration, it does 2. Then on the next iteration, it does 0. Then on the next iteration, it does 1. So for 5, the answer should be 1. And if we have 5 modulo... Oh, 5 modulo 3, isn't it 2? 5 mod 3. Yeah. Because we... Okay, so it should be that minus 1, technically. So because if we have 1,000... like 10,000 modulo 3, it should be 1, but it actually should be 0. I think that sort of makes sense. Okay. Let's think about it one more time. Maybe let's pull up Paint. Why not? So 5 mod 3 is equal to 2. In reality, we have 5 iterations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First one, it returns 0, then it returns 1, then it returns 2, then it returns 0, then it returns 1. Because we're counting the 0, I guess. So if it started 1, 2, 0, 1, then it would go to 2. But yeah, it should be that minus 1. Okay, now we have another problem, and it says data race. But I'm getting the actual like expected result. So it means they're trying to access curse server at the same time, but they should lock the data structure. Okay, let's see. Right here. Okay, let's run. Let's run it again. And I shouldn't get the error on the round robin one. Yeah, on the round robin one, we just get data races. we're getting the error. Okay. I'm just gonna copy one of these and ask Gemini. But the final state is consistent. Let's see. Okay, it's reading. I'm assuming it's because if I'm using the mutex and it tries to access it, but it doesn't actually like modify it. But no, the data array should embrace it. It says read at that by GoRoutine, previous write at that by GoRoutine 22. Oh, is that why? It's a data race on this? That doesn't matter. I'm not even... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm using it. I... Oh... Okay, that's very... I don't know. That's just, like, so, like, hard to, like, get. Does it tell you what it's reading? I guess if there was a data race on the like weighted round robin function, it would tell you here instead. No, I don't want you to run the test, but now that you've updated it, yeah, so it has this now. Perfect. So now let's run it again. That was it. Okay. Fair enough. Should have thought of that. But good experience by doing this. Okay, now we can actually get into the work of like testing the other two things. If we go to, let's start with Docker because I feel like load balance is going to be the biggest one. So docker.go, should we test this? Because this is, okay, so it gets an instance. Once.do. Only your first call will invoke f, even if f has a different value in each invocation. Okay. We just instantiate the Docker client. Create the client. No, it gets the instance from the client. This actually creates a client. This creates a container. You know what? This isn't actually part of the project, so I don't think I'm going to test it. And also, most of this functionality comes from like another service, like the Docker client service. So they probably have stuff tested there. But I don't think I should test that. So we're just gonna write tests for this, which is our, how many less? 186? Fair enough. So, okay, let's write load balancer dash test dot go. Let's write onto that file, and then let's go up here to algorithm of test. We'll copy this whole thing, go back, test, paste. And our package is going to be load balancer right here. Just going to leave the imports empty. D inside this. And then DG. Okay. For testing. Okay. So here, what are we gonna test first? I think first let's test the constructor. So that's gonna be pretty simple. We just test all 4 of these, and check that when you're creating. Check this make LB function, that when you're creating it, it creates it with all the different like default values. Okay. Maybe what I'm gonna do is, let's do, actually, why am I even doing stuff here? Let me, because this is my writing window. Okay, let's go to load balancer test, and then let's do a little vertical split where we go load balancer go, and I'll just use this for reference. Okay, so first thing we're gonna check here is our test constructor. And okay, so we're gonna do test round robin. So okay, what are we gonna do here? So we're gonna do make LB. It returns a load balancer and an error. So we're gonna do LB or error equals make LB. And then here we need the algo. So let's start with RR and the status check frequency. So let's start with RR, and the status check is gonna be, let's say, 10. We're gonna first require no error. Then we're gonna assert. Okay, so can I check LB dot what is LB? It's a load balancer. Why isn't it giving me? Oh, because of this. LB dot scheduler dot format dot printf. Oh, that scheduler dot next. How do I check if two functions are the same? Algorithm dot round robin is a struct. how to check the name of a function. Runtime.caller. The name of a specific runtime.func for PC. Oh. Do I care that the function is different? lb.scheduler.next is this function. I mean, we already tested. And we just require no error. Okay, we're just gonna check the other default values. Makes, okay, so load balancer makes server, so it gets an empty list. Require no error. Assert.empty. What does that do? Asserts that the given value is empty. Zero values are empty. Arrays are empty if every element is the zero value, or slices mapped with zero length are empty. Pointer value, okay. Okay, so we're gonna assert that it's empty. The lb.servers. lb.servers should be empty. Status check frequency assert equal. The expected should be 10. The actual is gonna be lb.scheduler frequency, or status check frequency. Oh, it should be a time.duration. Is this a time.duration? I mean, it lets me call it with 10. Let me see actually here in my command load balancer when I create them. Make lb. I do 5.times.second. Okay, so I mean we can just write 10 for this and it should be 10. What other default values do we have on our load balancer? We have the servers, we have the status check frequency, we have the scheduler. We're not checking the scheduler, so we're just checking these. Okay. Yeah, this is honestly, this is kind of like a pointless check a little bit, but I mean, might as well. We can test the register and remove, which is basically adds and removes a server at an index. I mean, honestly, I don't see where we should test like getters and setters and constructors. Like, honestly, those aren't the important parts. And also, they're probably like fail proof. Like, I'm not worried that those are somebody's gonna change that and make them fail. Like, I should only test the critical parts of the software. Let's see. So our handler, what does it do? It gets the next server it should send stuff to. Oh, this is the handler for whenever we receive a request. Okay. We get the URL of the server, we create a new request with the request we just received. We create an HTTP client, we do the new request, we wait for the response, we read it onto this body, we remove the connection, we basically write that response back. Okay. Start just starts the server on the port. Status check does the status check and check health. Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, honestly, there's not much to test here, but maybe let's ask Gemini. What tests should I write in for my load balancer package? Bum, 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 bum. We're almost done. But then so I'll just spend some time after. I want to publish this package to GitHub, to like the Go stuff. So I want to learn how to do that. And so I'm gonna have to do some refactoring to publish also my HTTP server package and use it in here. So I have to do that just to learn how to publish Go packages, and then the project should be done. I still don't, you know what? I don't have a stream plan for the rest of the week. Normally I do 3 times per week. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I was waiting to see if I could do another interview with the guy that couldn't do it last week. I might like message him, see if he can do like tomorrow or Friday. But he's just been like pretty busy like recently. What else could I do? I just have to think about it. Or I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for YouTube videos, because I've been like posting, I posted some LeetCode solutions. I posted like some shorts that are also related to LeetCode. I posted one short that was related to like Star and how you use that to solve interviews. But I honestly have content I could sift through. I have all my bots for like previous streams. But I think if I want to get more traction on this channel, what I have to do is start creating like more quality content instead of just trying to repurpose the streams. Maybe I'll just like stop recording the streams themselves. I don't think I need the footage. Like if I'm gonna use footage from a stream, I'll just download it from YouTube instead of like recording them all in my machine if I'm not gonna use them for like creating clips, because I don't think that's the way. If they end up being like very low quality clips, I have to cut a lot of them. If I try to actually create a video, then like I don't have to like cut through a lot because I have already thought about what I'm gonna do for the video. And then also it's better quality content, so I think that's the way, and it would be better for me to gain more traction and get more like viral videos on this channel. I could still post LeetCode solutions. I just think that like there's a lot of people posting LeetCode solutions. I do it in my own like different ways. So if people start asking for that, I can go back to the VODs and like start posting about them. I think those are pretty enjoyable if you're trying to solve LeetCode. But I just think there's a lot of people solving LeetCode solutions. So I don't know how much value there is in that. I enjoy like doing all of this coding in the channel. And for me, it's a process for me to like I mentioned at the beginning, it's to like stay consistent. So before I used to like, oh, I'll sit down to like code for a little bit, but I used to be sort of on a whim. Now I have a schedule where I'm sitting these and these days to like do LeetCode and to do some programming some projects. So it's good for me, but I don't know how enjoyable and like unique it is for most people. I need to maybe come up with like some video ideas on what I could post. And then if I can also turn that into like a stream idea and do it live, then I'll record it and then I'll get the clips from that. But I just don't know how much enjoyment you get from the stuff I do on the regular for stream. I mean, maybe I could review the stream where I interviewed Arjun. I thought that had some like really nice clips, and I can turn it into a longer form video where I talk about, okay, if you were a student and you like to become an entrepreneur, watch this. And then I do like a better quality video where I'm narrating the video and then I'm adding clips from the interview. I think that might be a good idea. Okay, for the load balancer package, you should focus on integration tests and safety tests for concurrent operations. Since the load balancer ties everything together, your test should ensure that requests are routed correctly and that the system remains stable under load. Factory and registration tests. These are the basic unit tests to ensure the load balancer is initialized and managed correctly. Verify that all algorithm strings produce the correct schedule and invalid strings returning an error. Verify register, add servers correctly, and remove handles various indices without panicking. Wait, for my remove, do I have an error? Like handler? Like, what if this is outside? What happens? Huh. Yeah, actually, maybe, yeah, that's a good idea. I have to probably write a test for that, but... Yeah, okay. Integration, request routing test. These tests verify the core logic of the handler. Target selection, verify that the load balancer calls the scheduler and forwards the request to a return server. Okay, and do I have to have these automated though? That's probably a good idea. Healthy server fallback. Test that if the first selected server is unhealthy, the load balancer correctly retries or picks another healthy one, as seen in your handler loop. Do I still have that? Yeah, I have this loop right here. Okay. Ensure that headers like user agent, content type, and the request body are correctly parsed to the backend server and the response is returned intact to the client. Okay, test check health. Mock the backend status endpoints. To verify that the load balancer correctly updates the healthy status and CPU usage of its registered service when health check is called. When check health is called. Wait, when I'm registering a server, it just appends it, but I need to actually create a new server. I should check how it does that. I think it's just add, is it? Okay, let's go here to package load balancer right here. Not package, CMD. Oh, I create a container for each of them. Okay, so that is sort of my integration test, but maybe it should be its own. Okay. Ensure that headers are correctly passed to the backend server and the response is returned intact to the client. Okay. Mock the backend status endpoints to verify that the load balancer correctly updates the healthy status and CPU usage of its registered servers when check health is called. Concurrency and race safety. The load balancer currently has a major race condition. Oh, okay. LB services a slice modified by register and removed, while being read by a handler and check health simultaneously. Write a test that register remove servers while multiple go routines send requests through the handler. Run with race. This will likely trigger a dead erase warning until you to protect the service slice and load balancer. Okay, I didn't know that. Test the behavior when all register servers are marked unhealthy. Ensure the load balancer doesn't hang if a backend server is slow or unresponsive. Honestly, this just seems like a lot of busy work. I don't know if today, I don't know if because today I'm just like lazy or whatever, but I'm inclined to just make this write the test themselves. I mean, like make Gemini write the test themselves and then just take a look through them. I think I'm just gonna let it write the test, and I'll try to learn from it. But I've been writing some tests here, and I can reuse them for future projects and go. And like I know how to write unit tests and how you're testing like the minimum unit possible. You minimize your scope. But then when you're going through this, I would probably have tested them manually, and then you can write this integration test. But like I feel like you just like automating what you do manually anyway. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell it to write a template. We're just vibe coding today. Okay, so after, I mean, I'm assuming today this project will be done. After this, I want to start another project, and I've been thinking of some project ideas. One of them was a job tracker, where, so like right now, the way I track the jobs I applied to, should I open this on stream? Doesn't matter. The way I track jobs I applied to is I have this spreadsheet that just keeps track of like all the jobs I applied to, and it's not too much work. Like I just write the name, the company, the location, I paste the posting link, then I take a PDF of the job position and I save it into my computer, then I put it in a drive and then I paste it here. And then I add this applied, but I haven't been updating this very regularly. Then I have the application date, the application closing date, which I sometimes put in there. And I have all these other ones which I don't really use. But I was thinking I could do, so the like annoying parts of this process are, I mean, not so much writing these things, but I mean, honestly, that could be automated. It's also like taking this PDF and uploading it. And I think like one of the things that I don't do because I think it's too much of a bother is update this like status here. Like I when I get rejected, I just like, oh, I got rejected. I don't update it. So there's some that I updated here at the beginning, but if you see more towards the bottom, they're not updated at all. Except this one, I guess I did. So I was thinking I could have some sort of extension or something that like goes, checks my email, and like it keeps track of it stays on top of my email, and if I receive a rejection email, it just updates this automatically. It also like updates if I get invited to like a new stage or anything like that. I could write like maybe like an MCP server where like we have like some sort of AI that's reading my emails. and then if it decides whether to set it as a rejection or what the status should be. Like it can update the status right here. I think, yeah, maybe having like an MCP server, like some sort of AI there might be nice. It's a good experience because I've never built an MCP server. Let me think. And then it can also what it can do is it can send me reminders once the application close date is getting close to like email the hiring managers. We could like even extend it further, but I think this is like way down the line if I continue with that project, is like try to find the email of the hiring managers, but I think that's a little bit hard. Like you need to use some sort of service for that. Yeah, and these services, like there's similar things that exist for this already. The way this would be different is like some like the other services like I know about Simplify and I know about JobRite. Those like fill out your applications automatically, and that's their main thing, and then the job tracker is like some sort of secondary, but it doesn't actually like update the status of your applications when you receive an email, which is the big part for me. So what I'm thinking I could do is, I think maybe to start, and maybe that could be like automated later, is you go into the app and you put in a PDF. I wish when you received like an acknowledgement email, you would receive like the actual like PDF with the job description. So you put in like a PDF, it reads it, and then it goes look for all these details, and then it fills them out on the actual like app. Maybe that's something that AI can do. It can read through these and like fill in the details. So it would fill these up in the database in the app. That would also give me exposure to Postgres, because I would like to like build. Man, I don't know if Postgres is paid, but I mean, might like try it out. So you put in the PDF, it fills in all of these details, and then you give it some sort of like email to keep track of application updates. Or maybe actually you don't even actually have to give it an email. It just like reads all my. Oh, that might be bad. I'm okay right now. I'm just like I'm just giving everybody access to my email, I guess. But it can read through my emails. Maybe I could give it like some sort of like keywords, and it can read through my emails and try to find any updates on applications. So like something like, thank you for your application, thank you for applying. It can look at all of those, and if for whatever it sees, it like keeps track of the email and attaches it to all of the applications from that company. Actually, thank you might not be enough, because when you receive like an update on that application, you get something different. But still, you could update the huh. Yeah, because this was a different person. It can update the email attached to the application. Or actually, you could look the name of the company. Maybe that's better. But then for like bigger companies like Spotify, I don't want them to like I don't want to like sift through emails that are not related to job applications. Okay, I need to figure out some smart way to sift through my inbox. Maybe do it daily. I don't get that many emails daily about applications, except when I'm applying a lot. Maybe it could even have some sort of interface when I update when I sent a job, it goes and looks through my most recent emails, and then it tells you, is this the email that is this an email from the company notifying you about the application? If you say yes, it just keeps that email address attached, and then it like saves that email somewhere, and then it can use that to. I'm still just giving out my email, I guess. And then it can sift through. It can use that for like future updates. Yeah, I just have to figure out some smart way to sift through my email, and then it goes back and with an AI, I just like make it check over all of that and update my interface, my database. I think that's a good project. I had others. Let me see. I normally write ideas for projects here, so we can think about those. Where do I have them? Project to-do list. Oh, these are old. So load balancer and Go. I could do a cache and Go. Keep doing just Go, but I might want to just change to something else. Like I feel like I should change more into something I could turn into a business idea, perhaps. Because I don't think I can turn a Go cache into a business idea. I had other ideas. I had Tinder for job search, but I kind of don't want to do that. It's I feel like people have done it, and also it's not something that brings me happy thoughts. Auto scrolling guitar tabs and lyrics using mic. That might be fun. I would have to learn a lot about sound engineering, like how to like read frequencies from the mic and like detect what keys and what notes I'm playing. Like auto scroll the guitar tabs. Oh, you could do like I mean I'm sure it already exists, but like it for like lyrics when you're singing, it does some sort of like live transcript while you're singing, and it like shows you that on it's sort of like that Fortnite thing that came out, the Fortnite like singing game. Like the karaoke mode. Like this, where it detects like the frequency or whatever. Sort of like that. Instead of like it like writes a transcript live, and if it matches the lyrics, then it starts scrolling for you. The only problem is for people that maybe have like a hard accent to like listen to, it might not scroll through them properly. Like you might not think that you're saying the same words. It depends on like what voice recognizing I like transcription I'm using. And then you could do the same with notes. Instead, it would be the frequency. So once you play the right note, it within some sort of confidence interval, then it moves on to the next and the next and the next. That might also be a good idea. I think I'm inclined to go through like the job search tracker just because I feel like it's very useful for me. I don't know how for how long, but for now I think it's very useful to like just keep track of applications faster. Like it doesn't take me that much right now. It's not too much of a pain, but if I can make each application like a minute faster over time, over like hundreds of applications, that's hundreds of minutes faster. So it's worth thinking about. I'll keep thinking about it, and it might be good also for like video ideas. I have to start thinking about those as well. But let's see what this wrote. This is gonna bring me down in a sec. Okay, test. See, I knew it. Or it brings me up, actually. Okay, so we have these. Test constructor. You make LB assert empty, assert equal to 10. Then This function is not closed yet. Okay, so we have a test make LB. Do I call it at any point? Honestly, I don't have much here. I'll just check what it gave me. Like, let's just let it update it. Okay. I'm just gonna quit out of this for a second. So we have test make LB. Oh, it removed what I had previously. So you create all of these. T.run. So I'm still using the testing package like I want it. What is in range tests? Oh, and I filled them out with this. I didn't know this was the way you could create tests, but that's nice. Okay, and what is T.run? I could also, oh, another idea for streams is just like a study stream. I really need to study French and I haven't been doing it for a while, so maybe I'll do like just a stream where I study French. And it might be like it might be boring. Like I'm not gonna lie, it might be boring because you're just gonna sit. I mean, honestly, depends on who you're asking. I feel like some of these streams are boring, but at least I'm talking through my approach. Especially, I think the lead code streams are not that boring. Like I mean, it's for me at least. I rewatch them and I think it's pretty fun because I'm explaining problems in a way that at least I understand, and I try to make it simpler for people trying to come in the stream, even if you don't understand a lot of programming, to like try to understand what I'm doing. And the first streams where I was doing the load balancer and explaining about it, I thought those were pretty fun. The study stream for like French, honestly, it would be sort of like, okay, I'm gonna be studying French and I might be quiet for long periods of time, but it's something that you can play on your phone or whatever. I'm gonna have some like study music, and then yeah, we should probably get like a lo-fi, no copyright playlist. So I'll have some like study music, and then I'm gonna be studying French, and then you could just play it, and it's like you have like a study buddy, sort of like when you play lo-fi and you have like that picture of like that girl or whatever. You'd have me just sitting there studying French. I don't honestly, it's not like too entertaining, but I feel like there's a use for it. Like a lot of people like to like be accountable and sit down and study, so might be good. I've heard a lot of people tell me that like, oh, I play your streams to like study or to like do chores or to like sleep. So might be good to have like some sort of like study buddy kind of thing where I'd study French. I could also study. I really want to know about like modern C++ syntax, but that could be its own project where I'd be actually like doing the stuff and I could talk through it. But the French one would be pretty much just looking at me, like look at a web page, practice French and stuff like that. I don't think it'd be that bad. I could do like Pomodoro technique or whatever and like have some sort of timer in there to keep track of it so you can do Pomodoro while I do it. Like a cozy studying stream. Anyway, T.run runs F subtests of T called name. It runs F in a separate Go routine. And blocks until F returns are called T.parallel to become a parallel test. Run reports whether F succeeded. Run may be called simultaneously for multiple Go routines, so all such calls must return before the outer test function for T returns. Okay, so it seems, what is tt.algo? Oh, okay. So this is what you're passing into the test? Oh no, this is the name of the test, so you can retrieve it later. So we're RR WRR, and you make the LB, if tt.want error, if like let's say this is true, assert error, otherwise assert not error and not nil. And what's the error here? Not enough arguments in this code to assert nil. Yeah, because you need to pass this. Do I have any more? Yes, I do. Okay, I'll go down to those in a sec. Okay, so this is like a grid way of like creating tests. Nice. Server management. We create a round robin server. We create a round robin load balancer. We create 2 new servers. We register them. We assert that the... Oh, we're checking that register that like it does it properly. Does this return an error? Nope. We assert that the length is equal to 2. We remove 0. We assert that the length is equal to 1, and we assert that 8082 is the first one, okay? So these are just like very simple tests. I could do that for tomorrow, the study stream. I could do like a French study stream. I want to start implementing that in my routine, and what I said at the beginning was that this was a way for me to document my process of becoming, like what the things that I'm doing post graduation. So even though it's not programming related necessarily, I think it's good. I'll think about it and maybe do it on tomorrow or Friday. Okay, so we create a new server, handler function. So this is our check health. We're mocking text out. Set up a mock backend server. HTTP test, what is this? I'm just gonna open this up here. Provides utilities for HTTP testing. Is this part of the Go? Yeah, it's part of the Go standard lib. Oh, it's net/HTTP. It's not the Go. It is the Go standard lib. Okay. New server. HTTP handler func. If the status, then write CPU usage. Okay, so this is a mock thing. Defer ts.close. We make DLB. We register a new server. ts.url. ts.register s1 or lb.register s1. We register a server. We check health. We assert that we got that. Test failures and error. We make the server unreachable. We check health and it should be false. Test handler routing. This test requires mocking HTTP from TCP types. Since those types are external, you need to use their specific constructors or mock interfaces if they provide them. What does that even mean? What is it called? Test handler routing? For the main request handler? I'll get it to explain in a second. Let's check the rest. Test concurrency. We will demonstrate the data race in LBO servers. Okay. So you make a load balancer, you add initial servers. They're all with the same URL though. Okay, let's see where it's going. Number routines declared and not used. Nice, because you're just copying my code. And we add 2 routines. Let's modernize this. Okay, so for range iterations, We create a new server, we register it, we remove 0. Rapidly register and remove for a millisecond. Simulate health checks for or handler access. Okay. Sure. There should be some sort of issue with that. Actually, let me go back. Let me modernize this. Because these are not actual servers I'm creating, we're just setting them there. They should all be false for that. Okay. So let's go test package algorithm. Let's do -b minus race. It passed. Yeah, there's no race condition there. LB servers is accessed across Go routines without a mutex. Okay, the issue meant, like, maybe the test is not written properly, so let's go take a look at the actual issue. Okay, so we're basically, what we're doing is register S, remove 0. Okay, we're testing to see, place. Okay, what does it explain up here? It registers and removes servers with multiple Go routines to send requests through the handler. So the problem, it says that, like, my servers, the ones that I'm keeping here, there's no mutex to check that when you're reading them. There's no race. So the handler gets the next server from the list of servers. Okay, but thinking about this, if, like, you get the next server and when you're trying to get it, the server is healthy, you have the thing that says it's healthy, right? And then 1 second later, after you receive the next server and then it's healthy, it becomes unhealthy and you try to send the request back, then yeah, you're gonna get an error. And then in that case, whenever I, like, so I make the new request, I do client.do. What happens if there's an error right there? I don't return anything back. I mean, honestly, that should be changed in the handler, probably, like return a, like, 500 error. Because here it just logs and returns nothing. Like, nothing at all. So here it's just doing, like, the proxy thing. So here, once I receive the request, I should return an error of some sort. But it says here I would have got a race condition from, like, adding and removing servers. Like, if a server is removed at the same time that you're trying to, like, access and respond to it, honestly, I don't know how it would handle that. Okay. That's if you call like if you call the handler for that, if that server is next, right? If that's a server that is next, and there could be the potential where like I try to remove that server at the same time that I do a handler, because this is run on the background. This is run in the background, and if in the middle you remove something, I think probably what should happen there is like you pause the load balancer, you remove, like you stop receiving requests, and then you can actually like remove and register. So I think there is a place where like the like Gemini is coming from. I don't know why it didn't generate a race condition there. It says it's cached. Let's change the tests here so it doesn't cache them. Let's do a format.println don't cache. I'll do don't cache, and now I run the tests. It says cached again. Load balancer. Oh, this is algorithm. I'm not testing load balancer. Oh, okay. So it does all this printing, but this, I think this is the actual like program error checking status unreachable. It has a data race here. Data race here, data race here. Okay, so now we go back here. We remove the don't cache. We remove FMT. It says, like the way that it thinks that it should solve it is to add a read-write mutex. What is the difference between a regular mutex and a read-write mutex? Difference between RW mutex and mutex in Golang. Async.mutex provides exclusive access or allowing only one Go routine to hold the lock at any time. Async read-write mutex provides shared read access, allowing an unlimited number of concurrent readers, while maintaining an exclusive access for a single writer. rlock, runlock. Okay, so I am getting like a race condition here, and it's because of like what we talked about. Okay, so first of all, maybe I'll do it after. Okay. I'll just tell it to like write the fix for the test concurrency check. I want to see what it writes. I'm assuming I'm assuming it's just gonna use a read write. Should I use a read write mutex for the other stuff? Maybe I don't know if it matters. I mean, it probably matters in terms of like efficiency, but I think if you're using a load balancer, you're probably not going to use my package, and this is mostly for myself to learn. So it's fine. In an actual like performant one, you can use a read write mutex. What do you mean 110 lines? Damn. Why do you do this to me? Okay. Wait, no, this is... Okay, so you add a read write mutex. Okay, it's just rewriting my shit for no reason. It does the lock and unlock. Here, instead of getting the next, it does a read lock. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you shouldn't lock it if you're just reading from two places at the same time. So you do a read lock because read lock for the scheduler. This is just like reading the servers and not actually modifying them. The register and remove it is. Read unlock. Error picking server. Read unlock. I mean, honestly, this probably could be a defer. Read unlock. I didn't remove all this code. See, it's doing things that I didn't ask it to do. Okay, so here you're removing receive the request. You're removing this. And instead you're doing you do read lock, you do the same thing, and you remove this, and instead do that, and then error picking server. Okay, just updating my error message, sure. Here, instead of getting the server, if it's a server's health is bad, then you get the next. Instead of doing all this, you're getting the target servers right away. You unlock, then you get the URL. So you're not doing this retry loop. Okay? Which is fine because all the algorithms handle this already. But I left it there because, like, just in case. Then you do a little log. So you remove this log.fatal and then you change it for like a println. Yeah, because it shouldn't be log.fatal because that would crash the thing. Instead of add connection, you do target server that add connection, sure. Defer target server that remove connection, sure. You have this because it could crash in between. You fix my error message, sure. Fix my error message, sure. You remove this format.print line. Why not? Okay, I mean there's a lot of things here that I didn't ask for, but sure, go for it. Oh, okay, it's doing more. In my check health, when you're ranging, it locks it. Ugh. It locks it. You make a copy of the servers. You unlock it. And then you range over the copy of the servers. Yeah, cause you should continue, because you shouldn't set the CPU usage. What did I have before? Otherwise set the health to true. Okay, so I didn't update it to late. I just updated it to false. I didn't update it to true before. Interesting, per se. Yeah, so here, if the error is not nil, you set it to false, but you don't set it to true otherwise. So thank you for fixing that. No, I want to run the test myself. Let's run the test again without looking too much into it. It passed. There's no race conditions. Pass, skip. And then there's the error of unreachable or whatever, but yeah. Okay, now I have two more questions to do here. One of them is, what did he want to do, like, up here with this mock test that it wrote? Where's the mock? Oh, this is not a testing. This is the testing thing. The test handler routing. I want to see what he wanted to do there. And second of all is, I should probably return a 500 status in my handler. Okay. Could you explain what kind of tests you wanted to write in test handler routing? And this is just making a lot of comments that I'm just probably gonna remove. Like, yes, this is, actually no, I have, for a test I have that, but I want to do them in the format that I was doing them. The goal is to verify that the load balancer correctly accesses the bridge between the client and the backend servers. Since your handler uses custom request and response types from HTTP from TCP, these tests would be integration tests. Here are the specific integration tests, the specific scenarios that should be tested. Request forwarding, the happy path. Ensure request is sent to the load balancer, reaches the backend with all its data intact. The method is preserved. The path and query are correctly appended. Custom headers are forwarded. Okay. Scheduler integration. Confirm the load balancer actually uses the algorithm to pick the server. If you have two servers, use round robin. Verify that the first request goes to server A and the second request goes to server B. I don't think I need to do that. I wouldn't do the second one. Like, honestly, I already tested the algorithms, so I don't think I need to test that, like, it's actually, like, sending it to the right server. Like, it should just pick it from the thing. Resilience to unhealthy servers. Test the logic that skips unhealthy servers. Mark the first server returned by the scheduler as healthy false. Verify that the load balancer automatically picks the next healthy server in the list without returning an error to the client. I don't need to do that. The algorithm already tests for that. Ensure the backend's response is returned to the client perfectly. The status is preserved. The headers are responding to the client. The response body is not truncated or corrupted. And connection accounting. Verify the add connection or remove connection hooks. Check that a server's connection count increments when a request starts and decrements immediately after a response is sent. Okay, so the only one that I actually saw was like this, that they're sent properly, and you could do a lot of tests in here. That the server is receiving them properly. And this is the integration test. How would I check that? I would have to like create some sort of container and then check what's inside that container, that it's receiving the right information. Or no, test, like, do a mock HTTP server, like, with the testing.http that it is used. And like, check what it's receiving. But honestly, that's what I do this integration test probably manually, without having it automatically. And I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with doing it manually. I don't need to write an automated test for that. So let's just skip this test handler routing. Okay, now what we do is we go through the comments and then we just check that they're in the right format, and then like that there's no unnecessary comments. So register servers, test, remove servers, set up a mock backend server that returns status. Okay, I might need that. Run check health. Obviously this is running check health. Like, I don't need that there. And then here, so there's two tests. So there's a test values correctly parsed in check health, and then this would be test failure scenario, just server unavailable. And then we can remove this. This concurrency, this test will demonstrate the data race on LV service. I don't need that. Add initial service, obviously. We create a sync group with 100 iterations, 2 routines, rapidly register and remove. Simulate health checks or handler access. I'm gonna simplify this, and then so this go routine is writing. Go routine, writing. Go routine 2, reading. Okay. Now let's run the test again. They pass. Okay, I feel like I'm okay with checks for now. Git add that, git status, git commit, add tests for algorithm and load balancer packages. Push. And now let's go learn how to publish a Go package. Go module. Okay, so open a command prompt. Change to the directory. Run go mod tidy. Run go test. Tag the project with the new version number using git tag command. Use a number that signals the nature of the release. Module version numbering. Major, minor, patch, pre-release identifier. I could just probably do v.0.1.0. Push the new tag to origin repository. Make the module available by running the go list command prompting go. To prompt go to update its index of modules with information about the module you're publishing. Sorry, what does this do? Make the module available by running the go list command. Prompt go to update its index of modules with information about the module you're publishing. Precede the command with a statement to set the Go proxy environment variable to a Go proxy. This will ensure that your request reaches the proxy. Okay, so I need to do two things. I need to create a repository for my HTTP server. HTTP server and Go, maybe. Go HTTP server. We create as Go HTTP server. Uh, 1.1. Sure, let's do that. It's gonna be public, no readme. Okay, let's create that repo. Now, let's go up. Let's go into my HTTP from TCP. Let's ls a little bit here. Git status. I mean, let's do a git init right here. Hint, using master as the name from the initial branch, this default name is subject to change. Okay, so we have a new git repo. If I do git status right now, then we have all of these. Let's add those. Git commit. What the hell just happened? Okay. Git commit -m. Copy contents from HTTP s github.com/jambot/go. We'll do this to change it to main. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Oh, I didn't actually do the Go packaging. Okay, let's do go mod tidy. Does this do anything? Go test. Huh. Setup failed. TCP listener. Is it just request? Oh, because I changed it from internal to package. Right. Now if I do go mod tidy, go tests, TCP listener setup file. There's no test files here, and it has the test right here. So that's good. Now we do git add period, git commit -m. We're just gonna call it HTTP. What is the HTTP Go HTTP server 1.1? HTTP server 1.1. And then we put the version here. Version v 0.1.0. Git tag v 0.1.0. Git push origin v 0.1.0. Okay, now if I go here, one tag, and now what does it say to do? Make the module available by running the go command from go to go list. Oh, now you can ask stuff from here? Huh. Okay, so what does this mean for publishing Go packages? So what commands do I need to run to do the Go list? So we do this. Actually, I'm not in PowerShell. I'm in Bash. So not this. We do go proxy that, and then go list. Okay. Does this just work? And now example.com / my module. I guess it would be github.com. If I pushed it to GitHub, what would be the URL I would put in Go list? And vim go.mod. If I do go list, okay, what was it? It says go list minus m. Example.com / my module. Okay, let me see one thing here. When I import packages, like in Docker right here, it's like that. Okay, so this would be my actual URL, except without the HTTPS, I guess. At v0.1.0. Does that work? Okay, go packet, go modules, registry. Go HTTP it would be go HTTP 1.1. What about HTTP from TCP? What if I look up my name? How do I check if it's up? Because if I go to the go.mod, the name of the mod is HTTP from TCP. Let's ask here. I've run the go list command. How do I check if it's up? module path. Wait, so if I did, what URL should I look if my list command was the following? Valid escape module path. What? What does this go list do? Okay. Let's see if I request it. It'll show up. Could not be found. Double slash. Yeah, I don't know if this knows what it's doing. Okay, let's go to Claude. I just pushed my Go module to the following GitHub URL. How do I check if the module is available for anyone to download or if it's in the registry? Oh, so any mismatch will cause problems. Okay, so the name of the module should change. And then go.mod. So this name right here, it should be instead this. And now I think we can go HTTP, just anything that's anything that says HTTP from TCP is gonna give an error. I import myself, I guess. No, I'm just gonna do that, and then check the next error and add the import. Diagnostics, do that. Add import, add import, add import, add import. Okay. And then that, and that. Okay. Okay. No more diagnostics. And then here we're just gonna do a little gomot tidy. Okay. And now we're gonna do a little get status. Get period. Okay, let me ask Claude another thing. How do I push to a previous tag? Create a new tag instead. Okay. Git commit -m. Fix some issues with. Actually, before I do this, let me just do go test. Okay, those seem to work. So git commit -m. Just fix the name of the pack of the module to match the GitHub repo. We do git push. Oh, no, actually git tag v0.1.1. Git push origin v0.1.1. New tag, okay. So now if I go here, I reload, there's two tags. And maybe I can do this. Request it. Could not be found. Okay. Can request version of latest of the main module. It wouldn't be latest, it would be 0.1.1, I guess. Can request what if I do go list? Go list minus M. Not found. Version and no revision 0.1.1. Is it because it's supposed to be V 0.1.1? Oh, yeah. We just do that. Oh. This was with go list. Go get. I got the following. The error is very clear. Okay, thanks. It's in assets. Okay, we don't want that in there. So let me just delete that. Git add that, git commit minus M, remove invalid file. Actually, let me dot git ignore. Do I have one? Nope. Git add period, git status, git commit. Remove zone dot identifier file. Git tag v 0.1.2. Git push origin v 0.1.2. Okay, and now we do where I ran originally, which was this. But here it's 0.1.2. Okay. Okay, it seems like it worked. And now if I do go get, can request version 0.2. Okay, but it did list. And how did it say to find it? To do that. Okay. What other ways? Okay, what if I do that? Okay. Um, go get that. Okay, let's see if 0.1.2 comes up. Ah, there you go. Not this documentation not displayed due to license restrictions. Okay. So no documentation due to license descriptions, but stable version. Redistributable licenses. Okay, let's see about this like license thing. Okay, so I just need to add a license. I'll do that here maybe? No, cancel changes. How to add a license to my project. Add file, create new file, license. Okay, add file, create new file, we call it license. Choose a license template. I think just MIT license. Commercial use, modification, distribution, private use, no liability, no warranty. Or the Apache license. No, I think MIT license is normally good for. Okay, maybe just cancel changes and I'll do this locally. And then license.md. What file does it say it looks for? License. This is not, isn't that misspelled? Okay, license.md. Paste that. Git add period, git status, git commit -m, add license, git tag v 0.1.3, git push origin v like 0.1.3. Okay. Okay, now let's go find 0.1.3. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got a license. It says 0.1.2 is latest. Whatever. Okay, but it actually has documentation. Nice. What was the command with like go list? This should be latest. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. So we've done that. Now we can create another. Now we can go back here. Go to load balancer. And we can actually use the proper import. So if we do the go get this at v0.1.3. Okay, we added it. Now we do a little go mod tidy. Let me see my go mod right here. It's module load balancer. We do those, and so now we have here HTTP from TCP. It shouldn't be this. Wait, go back to my go mod. We can remove that. And now let's go into just any of these. We do a little bit of that. And then we see the errors. HTTP server. What was the serve? Request response. Package.server, okay. And then at the end here we do server. Oh, I see. There's some, like, because I have a server here and I have a server there, then yeah. Okay. Remove those. Add. 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 Okay. Go back to diagnostics. No diagnostics found. Okay. Go mod tidy. What does it say? Docker imports. Missing dot in first pad element. So there's more errors, I just haven't found them. Okay. Let's go to, I don't know, Docker. Or just anything that has HTTP from TCP. Don't do that. I don't need HTTP from TCP here, I don't think. I don't know what indirect means, but sure. And then if we do a little go mod tidy, it's no errors anymore. Okay, now if we do a go test minus v minus race of everything, we get pass. This is normal. Maybe I should remove that before I push. Pass. Cached. Okay. Let's remove that. It would be my go test load balancer. So here, when we're testing concurrency to the server, we do the check health. Status check. I don't know if I need that. I was getting error checking status of RDG URL error. You know what? It's fine. I think that the tests are passing anyway. Okay, so now I should be using the correct these will pass. There's no fails. Okay, so that's good. And now we can do another module here and push that. Okay, so git init, git status, git add period, git branch minus m main, git commit copy files from github.com/hjambot/go. We go tag git tag v0.1.0. We do a git. We need to create a repository for it. So let's create a new repo. It's going to be called Go Load Balancer. Let's do without any of this. Public, go load balancer, sure. And now let's add a license. MIT license. We do that, and here we do 2026. Do next year. Doing that. Okay, nice. Git add period. Git commit -m add license. Git tag v.0.1.2. And now we push here, so git remote at origin. And now git push origin v.0.1.2. Doesn't have any branches. Oh. Git push origin main. Git push origin v.0.1.2. So you have the one tag with that. Okay. And now if I go load balancer. Do not have a valid module path. Oh. Yeah, because I need to, right. This needs to be github.com/agentbot/go load balancer. Right? Let me see. Yeah. So git status, git add period, git commit -m, fix module name, git tag v.0.1.3, I guess. I didn't have a 0.1.1. Git push origin v.0.1.3. Okay. That's at v0.1.3. Okay. We got a license, we got documentation. Yeah. Okay. we got the modules and everything. Perfect. Okay, so we published our packages. We have our tests. That seems that's pretty good for me. Maybe I'll do a little post on LinkedIn that I did a load balancer in Go. And yeah, that should be it for this project. And I have them actually like Go like a repo on its own because I didn't like having them on like agentbot/go before. Maybe I should delete that repo. Like the only thing I have here that's not part of that is the Go tour, which honestly, do I really need here? Probably not. So let's go delete this repo. Yeah, nobody uses this. I want to delete this repo. Wiki issues, comments, package work. Yep. Okay. Maybe I'll do this off the stream. Okay, delete it. So now I have Go load balancer, Go HTTP server. And now I need to go update those on my resume. But yeah, okay, so today we wrote some like finishing tests. Maybe I was a little bit lazy on the way I wrote them, but I wrote most of the ones for, I wrote the one that I was missing for algorithm. I didn't need to write any for the Docker part. And then for the load balancer, I just let Gemini write most of them, but we're done writing tests. We have the project done. So that should be it. Next time, I'll think of like project ideas and video ideas, and I might have some updates. I'll share on my LinkedIn and social media later. But for now, this will be it for me. Thank you all for joining today, and I'll see you on the next one.